Hello everyone, and welcome back to Total War Rome Remastered. This is the first historical content of 2024. I started making these videos way back in 2009. It's been 15 years of content starting on this game. Well, at least a version of this game, the original version. And it kind of makes me want to talk a little bit about Total War Rome Remastered real quick. By the way, if you all were around for way back in the day, whenever I first started this channel, when I first started uploading Rome Total War content, leave a comment. Let me know what you first remember on the channel. I would be curious to hear it. I'm going to set up a defense here. We're definitely going to have to worry about that weird mass issue with the AI, like just basically mass pushing through our troops. I've had different experiences when our gates are open like this of what the AI chooses to do. They still try and put their own holes in the walls sometimes, and like with... Oh, really? Come on. Stupid shift select got all screwed up. Alright, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I've had like weird issues with the AI, kind of how they behave here, so we'll just kind of see how this one goes. I'm actually kind of thinking about something maybe more like this, a little bit wider there, a little bit better phalanx set. Kind of see how that goes. I'm gonna have to put troops to defend, I think, here and here, because they may go try and punch holes in the walls in these places, and then I'm also gonna have to go cover these other gates in case they decide to run their cavalry to these other gates, which they do sometimes. And understandably so, because the gate is open. I hate to have to put one all the way back here, because it probably won't get used, but we'll do it just for the sake of it. I'm going to throw my peasants here just so they can't quick capture that if needed. I've got both commanders here. Someone keeps saying, too, Air, you don't use your commander unit enough. And they say, just push the rally button and then charge in and he'll be fine. Folks, I appreciate the reminder on the rally button. It does help. But I'm going to tell you this. Anytime I use my general, they die. Like, it does not matter. He will die. He will be one of the first characters to die. Like, so if I push that rally button and then charge this guy in, he will die within, like, the first 10 deaths of this unit. It happens to me every time. I hate it. I say it happens to me every time. It doesn't happen every time, but it happens enough to where it makes me not want to ever use my general. And it's irritating. And so, as frustrated as people might be with modern Total War games, having the general be like a single entity, I'll tell you what, I appreciate it, because I hate my general dying every single stinking time I throw him into combat. Anyway, that's a whole other story for another time. I wanted to talk a little bit about this game, Rome Total War Remastered. And I have to ask myself this question: what is this game? And in my opinion, it's just a quick, easy reskin with some newer controls, which is appreciated, and I like that. That is an improvement upon what we had before. But it could have been so much more. Have you all ever seen the Age of Empires Definitive Edition games? Not only did they re-release their old games, but they did so in a way that gave us the old game with the new amenities, but they started like fixing old bugs. They started making the AI behave better. They started fixing a whole bunch of old issues. And then they started adding content to help pay for all those bug fixes and improvements that they were making to the game. And so now, if you loved Age of Empires 2, that game's still out there. And it's better than ever. It's even better than when you were a kid and you were playing it. Age of Empires 3 is one of my favorites. That game is better than ever right now. That's, I mean, is Total War Rome Remastered better than ever? Yeah, I mean, because it has better textures and stuff and the new controls, so it is better than ever, but it's not amazing like the other ones are. They're not just better. You know, it's like the game became modern, and that's awesome. I mean, that's what we want to see, and I just don't understand why we didn't get something like that with Total War Rome Remastered. But then think about the situation that CA is in right now. Their fans are livid at them because they don't have a historical Total War on the horizon right now. It makes people upset. I have played this battle, or battles like it before, and the AI is behaving in such a weird way here. I do not understand anything that they are doing or why. Very, very odd. Yeah, very odd indeed. I don't know what they're up to. Okay. Well, I'm going to fast forward and see. I would have thought they would have just attacked down the center. I don't know, they've broken another hole in the wall. Let's see what they do here.
Now we must rely on men to be our new wall.
It looks like they're just running all their troops over to this other entrance, which means that I may want to have reinforcements that direction. Oh, I'm trying to think how to handle this. Like, where do I want to take my reinforcements from? I could reinforce the main gate like this, and then start running this unit down the street to come reinforce over here, just in case it's needed. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this game should have gotten that, but then if CA really wanted to keep the historical crowd off their back, Medieval 2 Total War is just so beloved by the Total War community. It's looked at as perfect. It's not, but it's looked at in those rose-colored glasses as basically the perfect entry in the Total War series. And the people who play it are almost religious about it. And Total War could have released a remastered version of it, and then with that remastered version, they could have been able to add more features to the game and improve things. Like, this sucks. Now I need to guard all these holes in case those chariots come through, but I also kind of need reinforcements over here because these guys could easily get overrun. There's only 72 militia hoplites there. All right, I'm gonna kind of keep moving reinforcements around and see what we get. Are these guys gonna go all the way to the back of the map? No, they're gonna come in here. Those are just peltas, so they shouldn't do very well against my phalanx that already killed those side chariots. We just need to hold out a little longer, not get my generals killed, and I'll be happy with the result here. Beating back these Pontic stacks. We really need missile units if we're gonna fight these guys effectively out on open ground. Kill these guys before they start breaking through your lines. Stinking clown party over here. Same thing over here, though we did get a rout started over there.
Look to the inner defenses. The walls have fallen to the enemy, and the gods have abandoned us.
It says the enemies captured our walls. I guess maybe they just had enough force of numbers at one of these points. All right, I'm moving my general. Look at that pathfinding. They both took different paths. That's really rather odd. All right, look at this. I want to show you all something. I'm going to use this commander because it's not technically one of my commanders, but this is one of my family members. Look, we're getting completely overrun here because of the weird pushback mechanics that would have been nice. I can't use the rally mechanic on this unit, so I guess I'm going to have to use my actual commander. And I got 10 bucks that says my general gets killed here immediately on charging in. So look, here's the rally horn. So, rally. Yeah, see, my own commander didn't really wait around much there. I think that's him right there. Now let's watch my commander die. Those guys never should have been able to break through that phalanx, by the way. That's really irritating. Alright, fortunately all those units routed. I was really worried my commander was going to die there. I've tried this before and my commander dies, so I appreciate the reminder about pushing the rally horn. It does help, but it does not stop you from losing your commander on a frequent basis whenever you get into these charges. So that's something else that would be nice to see maybe be improved on this game over time. But I'm assuming CA didn't want to do a ton of work on this game as far as like redoing all the code and stuff, probably because it's old and it required a lot of work. But again, all that can be paid for when you start selling DLC. And I feel like that is such a big miss on the part of CA for not having looked into that option at the very least with these games. They're gonna probably push towards the town center, and I would love to block them off in the roads. The scythe chariot's trying to come in. There we go. We got their commander. That ought to pretty well kill the morale of the remaining Pontic forces, and their scythe chariots just kind of being fed to the wood chipper here, one at a time. They can't fit through the gate very easily, which is fortunate for me. You don't want to chase these units even when routing. They will absolutely massacre your cavalry. I'm gonna block the streets with this unit. And I'll stick another unit over here just in case they come around me. Yeah, see, they should have fixed the pathfinding in the cities. They could have started adding new factions and new units, stuff from Rome 2. They could have made versions of it here that would have been fun to see in the game. Like lots of cool stuff they could have added. They could have fleshed out some of the factions that never got much. I mean, just tons of cool stuff that they could have done that they never did. And it's really quite frustrating to see that this game was released and you got a lot of the things that you would want in a remaster, but you didn't get the things that really make the game a continuing classic versus, you know, just kind of, you know, it's just a rehash of what you already had versus, like I said, making it something better and really quite amazing. My phalanx just doesn't quite look right here, in my opinion. I'm gonna actually back it up to here. It's just really struggling to form up in that street. I think I'll get a better pike positioning here. Yeah, there we go. We got a better positioning with their spears now. All right, so that side chariot general is just running around berserking because it got damaged up real bad. Now we should be able to feed all these eastern infantry to the wood chipper. But they're probably going to use that stupid trick with their mass where they start to push through. So I'm going to stick another phalanx unit right behind it just in case that happens. And then I would like to get my cavalry in behind these units so that I can chase them once they start routing. Yeah, we're getting some nice kills, and then I've got a second unit ready for backup, so I don't think that the Pontic forces are going to be able to push through. We took more damage here than I would have liked, but it's really okay. All right, moving these units. We're going to get all the way in. Yep, there we go. Just going to continue the battle. I'm going to chase these fleeing enemy units and massacre them because it's just a great opportunity to do so. Those ones are trying to flee through my troops, so that works for me. And then we're going to get these ones. Yeah, so they all got massacred there trying to flee through my troops. Spectacular. There we go. So a heroic victory for us. We got 811 kills on one of the militia hoplites. I love it. Absolutely love it. That should give us some experience. Yeah, only one experience for 811 kills, but still, we'll take it. Anyway, there you go. Just a few thoughts of mine on Total War Rome Remastered. Again, I'm glad we have this, and I have fun with it. But I feel like CA could have done so much more with this. And then not only that, they could have released the Total War Medieval 2, and it would have been just like the Age of Empires 2 and 3 definitive editions. People would have loved it. It would be very popular. It would bring back old players like myself to come re-experience the game. I bought the DLC for those games. Like, it just would have been a great way for them to make money, and I feel like they blew it. And they could still do it, but with the current state of things going on there, I don't think they will. And then I also think that that would have bought them a few years of, like, good headlines and happy fans and stuff so that they would have been able to, you know, really sink some serious development into the next Total War historical title, which is what they need to do. It needs to be a truly next generation Total War experience. That's what I think people want. They need something that is going to really take the games to the next level, not just a rehash of what we've already played a whole bunch of times. So anyway, just my 2 cents, like I said, on that. Let's go ahead and siege Palmyra. I'm gonna just get some rams built here, and we're gonna continue the siege. So maintain siege. I've got 2 commanders and some forces here. We got sieged at Hatra immediately right after having defeated one. We're probably gonna need to take some reinforcements out to Hatra. I just took Jerusalem, and we're likely to be assailed there. And we also have to continue to defend Sidon and Demetrius here. Money is still plentiful, and with money plentiful, I'm gonna keep stacking garrison troops. Oh, look, archers. We need to train archers here. Archers in our armies are gonna start making a huge difference in our capabilities on the battlefield. And we should be able to win this battle against Parthia. Nope, those are horse archers, so maybe not. We don't have archers here. I don't want to sit here in this siege forever, though, so I'll try and just box those horse archers into a corner and deal with them. But let's go ahead and take these troops and let's sally out and get the Parthians off of us here. Yeah, look at that auto-resolve, man. It loves its some horse archers. But yeah, I think if they would have made the Total War Medieval 2 remastered, same thing with Rome 2, start adding content to it, that gives people the classic Total War games they love with a, you know, new fresh coat of paint, new fun things to have fun with. They could have put multiplayer campaigns in there. They could have done a whole bunch of stuff to spice up these old games and really sell it and make a fan base really appreciative and excited because, man, all these games I love, look, they're back and they're better than I ever remembered. And so I'm so excited for what comes next. You know, like that could have been the goodwill that they built. And instead, they kind of just dug a hole of PR mess and they're still stuck in it to this day. But anyway, I don't want to sit here on the negatives or anything like that. Like I said, this is more meant to be like a discussion of what they could have done. And I hope what they will do one day, given the chance. We'll see what happens. I am glad that they dropped the price of Pharaoh, offered refunds, and did a bunch of those things. That is definitely a step in the right direction from Creative Assembly. Definitely a step in the right direction and appreciated. But still, things need to be done. Ooh, cataphracts. Yikes. I was going to spread into a loose formation to help minimize the arrow fire, but the cataphracts are going to make things a little more interesting. Oh boy. We've got to take Parthia off the map. If they're able to train cataphracts, which doesn't really make sense to me because I wouldn't think their cities would be large enough to support the training of cataphracts, then we are in trouble because we can't sit here and start resisting stacks of horse archers and cataphracts with militia hoplites. Like, we're gonna have to do better than that. I am a little bit confused how the AI might possibly be fielding these better units already. I'm gonna try and march a long line and back the AI up against the edge of the map. Sometimes that's a way for you to stop horse archers. The big concern and risk here is that running in a loose formation like this is gonna make me very vulnerable to those cataphracts, but if I don't, I'm gonna get absolutely mowed down by horse archer fire, which is unacceptable. Let's make sure all my troops are rested. That one's only warmed up still. These ones that had to go all the way to the flanks are a little tired still, so let's sit back. Here comes the horse archers. They're near unlimited ammunition. They're going to open fire on me. And look at that, even in the loose formation, we started taking casualties immediately into the front of our shields. Alright, we can't really wait much longer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and push this whole line forward and push the enemy back, or force them to charge. I would rather they not charge unless I was able to get into phalanx in a tight formation, but I'm gonna just, again, try and use weight of numbers here, but you can see just how quickly horse archers can start to eat into your numbers. They've already killed a couple of dozen soldiers with just a couple of volleys from the horse archers. I don't know why horse archers are so deadly and effective. I haven't really looked closely at the stats here, but they are. I'm gonna go ahead and go into a phalanx formation and just like keep pushing these guys back. And I'm gonna bring these horsemen here. This way, if they charge me, at least I won't be completely vulnerable to the charge. Alright, here comes a cavalry charge. That is a cataphract unit. That is unfortunate. Because of that loose formation, I'm gonna get beat up rather badly here. Fortunately, their cataphracts are taking some losses too, though. I'm gonna flee away from those cataphracts again. I'm just gonna keep pressuring. I'm gonna push the horse archers back. Alright, they did rout one of my units of phalanx, but their cataphracts are taking heavy losses. Like, they're starting to lose a lot of hit points. Alright, here comes another cataphract charge over here. That one a little more to my flank, but I can get in behind this one and pitch a bunch of javelins at them. Oh, we just routed another unit there. This is definitely a mess. Like, it is insane how much damage a couple of horse archers are capable of causing here. Alright, I rallied with my general. Look, he goes right back up to the front of that formation, though. I'm gonna hit that cataphract unit from behind and rout it. I'm gonna keep forcing the AI back. And we ran them off over here. I can now take my cavalry blob and just run down these slingers. We'll beat those slingers in melee. We're gonna take tons of damage over here. It's just a necessary evil, unfortunately. I've got to just keep pushing those units back and rout the rest of these Parthian units. Where did that cataphract come from routing? It did, I think. That's awfully irritating. Let's rout this one real quick. Yeah, we're taking egregious losses, but I don't want Parthia to be able to maintain this siege on me. Cavalry, hold. I don't know what just happened there as far as controls go. Alright, I'm gonna pull my general back from that charge. I believe, yeah, they're fleeing. But we have a chance to kill this cataphract unit. So they're gonna flee with their horse archers and their eastern general. Unfortunate. But, fortunately for me, I was able to massacre a huge number of their troops. Alright, see, I left my general way back behind like that. There we go, routed another cataphract unit. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna kill off a whole bunch of their slingers here, too. So we took tremendous losses, but we also forced Parthia back. And kind of danged if we do, danged if we don't kind of situation there, unfortunately. I'm gonna turn those guys off fire at will so I don't kill my own general with javelins. And I'm gonna kill off that cat. Okay, quit throwing the javelins, idiots. And then if you all want to kill this last guy, that'd be cool too. Like, I would totally be accepting of that cataphract becoming dead. Thank you. Wow, that is egregious. They caused 844 casualties like that. But cataphracts are brutally powerful. Like, they are brutally powerful. When they get into melee, they can switch to a secondary armor-penetrating mace attack. They are not the same cataphracts that you're familiar with from Rome 2, which were also powerful. These are far more powerful than that. Like I said, just absolutely brutal in close combat, which is cool. I don't like having to fight them right now, but it is definitely a cool unit. All right, so that gets Parthia off her case for a minute. Makes my income even better. It's good news, and income is usually victory. So I look at a few situations here. I need some more reinforcements at Sidon faster, so I'm going to start moving some troops that direction. I probably have enough troops here, but we might need some reinforcements outside of Tarsus, and we're probably going to need some reinforcements up to, what's it called, Hatra. So I think what I'm going to do is take this commander and just a few units, and we'll go try to push back this Pontic siege here. Yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, and see, we got our reinforcements, and they get their reinforcements. And so my reinforcements, of course, there. They do have a side chariot. That is most unfortunate for me. I do not have any archers in here, but we do have a phalanx, and we'll have to make good use of that phalanx. Let's go ahead and fight this. The fact that we're seeing so many side chariots unit for Pontus is not good. It means they're producing them. These are not the product of just like a starting army or something, which means that we need to get rid of these factions. We need to get rid of them in a hurry. It also means that we need archers, and a lot of them. And we need to start spreading them across our armies. All right, let's start our deployment. Our reinforcements, I don't know if it shows them on the map here, unfortunately. Let's just start the battle and we'll see what Pontus
Your
does.
reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, here comes
This
my
is
reinforcements.
hopeful news indeed. The enemy have brought up more men.
Pontus is gonna get their reinforcements. What do we got here? A Pontic heavy cav. Crap. A big Pontic light cav. I'm actually going to just hit a noob box right here. Try and get there in a hurry, and I'm going to retreat my commander away from these dangerous cavalry, and I'm just going to leave my noob box up there as an invitation to the Pontic forces to charge the noob box. Okay. Alright, so the noob box is in place. And there we go. Alright, so if they charge me, they should get nothing but, you know, porcupine. That's unfortunate, though, because it is light cavalry, but fortunately for me, the javelins are going to do way less damage than, say, like a horse archer unit or a chariot archer, both of which would be considerably worse for me. I need all these units. Okay, Hoplite Militia, we're going to run this way. Some people are mentioning, too, that we need to bring in the, oh, what do they call it? That lower tier phalanx unit, Levy Pikemen, I think is what it was, saying they're better than militia hoplites. They are better in some regards. Their pikes are longer and have a better reach, and thus should help them in that regard. But once they actually get into combat, like if they get pushed through, I actually think the militia hoplites are probably slightly better. Not that that's saying much, because both units are pretty bad. Our commander unit here would theoretically be quite powerful, but it's also very risky, and the enemy's never going to just let us charge these cavalry, nor should we. That is a tremendous number of enemy troops there. They have Peltus. Let's see what the AI does here to our noob box. Hopefully they'll just charge the noob box. I'm kind of thinking about making another noob box out here and just kind of letting the AI charge us over time, because they do have the scythe chariots, and that scythe chariots concern me a great deal. We cannot allow them to start to gain an advantage against our troops. So let's watch noob box number 1 here. It should be quite effective, causing mass casualties to the Eastern Spears. However, again though, see, they're using that kind of exploitation of mass here. Alright, we've got a general route started up there. We're gonna go reinforce our noob box. I'm actually gonna stick a second unit right inside of the noob box, so that if they do start to penetrate through, they're just going to find another pike line there. And then I'm going to stick a second one right here. Alright, awesome. So we have killed a good number of Eastern Spears. And I'm going to kind of just continue to porcupine this noob box up here, just because I can. I know this formation looks absolutely ignorant, and it is. Like, there's no question. Like, that in any type of real-world scenario, this is an absolutely ignorant formation. I cannot let those scythe chariots get to my general, so I will keep some peasant units around as bait. I'm going to make kind of a second layer of box over here. They put some interior to that box. And we're just gonna hole up here. Their javelin attacks kind of suck for me, but they won't have enough ammunition from javelins. If they had like a bunch of archers or slingers, yes, but with javelins, no. Not gonna be the case. Okay. We have a multiple layer thick noob box here. And if they do come after my general, like see that Pontic cavalry there is going to charge me, I'm going to charge them too on a counter, but I'm going to make sure my general gets left behind with that rally cry there, and we're going to quickly rout that Pontic heavy cavalry, and I'm going to try and get some kills on them as they flee. That is a huge pickup for us. We didn't really lose anything there. I think we lost a single horseman from our commander's unit. Awesome. That's what I was keeping the peasants here for, is they're basically going to be a charge guard for my commander. Okay, I don't know what the AI is doing. Maybe they're regrouping. I don't know if they'll come for another attack. If they don't, I can move my noob box to them. They've still got a captain in that Pontic light cav. They've still got an Eastern general of tremendous size and a scythe chariot, which all of these units very, very dangerous. I guess since I attacked them, they are moving uphill. Alright, I'm gonna just move my noob box farther up the hill.
Peasants! Peasants! Hurry! Run!
And I'll see if we can get close enough to Pontic troops to instigate a charge. I could go into like kind of a more standard formation now that we've gotten rid of a lot of the reinforcements, but I do like the idea of trying to get them to charge into this noob box because I don't think it'll go well for them. Let's try it. It's risky though, because walking up real slow like this, they have to reform. The pathfinding's not great on this kind of stuff. Like if they charge me all of a sudden, I'll be all grouped up in a really bad position. Whereas if I spread out, you know, I'd probably have a little easier time getting all my troops back into phalanx formation. Let's try one more quick move here. I'm gonna keep easing up here. Okay, now I have a plan. We're gonna try an old bait and switcheroo here with these peasants. I'm gonna keep one peasant to shield my general with, so watch, here is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna leave my pike box sitting there, and I'm gonna take a unit of peasants to try and lure the enemy into a big charge, and then hopefully they'll keep charging at that point. Like right now, they're kind of sitting back waiting on me. Let's see if this shenaniganry will work. I think it will. It does appear to have their attention. Oh yeah, good stuff. Alright, now start fleeing back to the safety of the box. And here comes the Pontic army. And again, we're going to keep a unit ready to body block for my commander. Yeah, just waltz those chariots right on down here. Here they come. And again, if they break through the first line, we have multiples. This is a multi-layer noob box. This is next level noob boxing. We are taking so much damage to those side chariots. Fortunately, the side chariots are falling apart. Not a moment too soon either. What do they got up here? Is that a peltist? Alright, I'm just going to continually move reinforcements forward. They are pushing hard into me here. It's okay, I think we're holding. I see the Pontic forces, some of them starting to give way. I'm gonna turn some more units their way. This Eastern general over here, the Eastern general doesn't want to attack me yet. It's throwing its javelins, so wait a moment here. I want to push back these Pontic forces in the middle with heavy losses, and we certainly are. We're taking losses too, but they're getting savaged here.
The enemy general flees.
There we go.
So that the spirit of his army is a broken
That Eastern
fool.
general is a prize that I want dead. Alright, I gotta start reforming a little bit here after that big brawl. We're getting hit by these peltists, but they will be out of ammo soon. And same thing with this general. He'll be out of ammo soon too. He's wasting it on my peasants right now. I'm gonna see if he would be so stupid as to take a charge from my peasants. It does look like he is. I appreciate that stupidity, personally. Right, I'm gonna keep my commander back. I have a ton of peasants and my own cavalry, so hopefully we can overwhelm their general by numbers. We got the charge cleanly, and I have huge numbers of peasants to help, again, body block here. That Eastern general is taking considerable losses. I can bring even more troops to bear on it out here. The rest of our forces are fending off a Pontic regroup. I'm gonna pour more units into that Pontic commander. There goes. I'm surprised that's not their king. Because it's such a large bodyguard. But he's dead.
The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
Indeed it does.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men. The enemy king flies from the fight. Now let us drive them all.
Wait, the enemy king was here? Is that their general we killed? Captain Ptolemy reinforcement. We didn't. I thought we killed their king. Is that the king up here? Pontic Light Cab. No, it would have had to have been that one, the Eastern General, and we killed the king in that bodyguard. At least I'm pretty sure we did. I don't know, we'll see what happens after that. Alright, so there's another victory for us. Wasn't super clean because of that side chariot. I mean, look what their side chariots did, and that was like straight into the front of a phalanx. Their side chariots still picked up 104 kills. I thought I did more than that, to be honest, but whatever. We survived it. We're still gaining victories. Every time we gain victories like this, too, it should take our commander's ability ever upward, which will then make our armies that much more dangerous all the time. So we're going to head back to Tarsus at this point, just for a turn. We're going to take our worst damage units outside of the peasants and retrain them. So 66, 80, 84. You only have so many slots to retrain in, so I'm trying to get the most badly damaged ones first. To try and prioritize, essentially. Alright, our reinforcements will arrive there on the next turn. We need to be training troops at Antioch as well. And we could be training levy pikes and sending these out to all of our different areas. And see, we're making so much money. Again, we got to take advantage of this. Got to take advantage of this. Okay, so let's head in here to our building browser. Seleucia can work on a building. And let's get that browser pulled up. The walls would certainly help, but I also really need archers to help fight against Parthia, so I'm actually going to focus on archers at the moment. We badly need archers there. Hatra is under siege, so I'm not able to begin a building project. Jerusalem is not, and at Jerusalem, we don't have a whole lot we can build, because we exterminated the populace, so that's actually kind of good. We should be able to catch up here. I'm just going to queue up all three of those buildings there just because they have plenty of money, and we'll just let Jerusalem build away for the time being. And we can retrain our levy pikes here as well, which means Jerusalem should be quite defensible, which means we are gaining ground, however slowly and painfully. We are gaining ground. I need to keep training troops here as well because I need to be able to get another army moving over here and gain territory. We can't just sit here forever. We need to gain territory. So I'm going to start working, because of our money situation, I'm going to keep training new troops. We are hopefully going to gain some territory at Palmyra. I think I can hold my territory here at Damascus and Sidon. And yeah, we'll just keep cranking out new troops. We got archers that are going to start cranking out. We'll start spreading those out to different settlements. And then again, once I get enough troops trained at Seleucia, we should be able to hold it separately, and I'll go try and finish the Parthians. And then same thing too. We gotta lead a counter assault against the Pontic kingdom here. So I think we're getting closer to being able to do that though, because of the way we're securing our money. Let's end a turn. I've got my merchant headed way out into Africa to try and find some new trade routes. I think I had him clicked onto resources way out here. There's wild animals. I have no idea what the value of all this stuff, this wine here, dye. Let's go look at the dye. And we'll just send that merchant out. And I'll maybe try and train some more merchants, but I'm going to kind of tinker with this merchant here as it is. Let's see, what else we got here? Path blocked. Got it. Now let's end that turn. Egypt's going to start making their moves. Egypt has a bunch of small armies moving about, maybe some large ones right behind the Fog of War as well. Hopefully Jerusalem can get their troops retrained before it gets sieged, or else I'm going to have to bring reinforcements to them. Yeah, I do see a large army outside Damascus. It's okay, we can move to counter that. Shouldn't be an issue. Alright, I see you, Carthage. I miss you. Oh, they're blockading my port. That'll hurt my trade a little bit, for sure. And then Armenia is assaulting Hatra, so we're going to have to fight a defense here. We should be able to defend relatively easy here, assuming we don't get gypped by the mass push-through kind of thing. Which does tend to happen. I can't decide whether being a little further back from the wall actually works or not. Okay, good for me, they only have one ram. Yeah, that is very good for me, in fact. And then let's try a bit of a different formation this time, since I have the troops for it. This should be a very generous wood chipper formation, so I'll have my pike phalanx, which has the longest reach with their sarissas, and we'll see how that does. This is a true wood chipper here. And then should we need reinforcements, they are ready, so have fun, Armenia. I look forward to it. They have a Scythian mercenary and an Eastern general. Hopefully we can kill their commander in this fight, the Hillmen. I like the skins on these Hillmen. I mean, they definitely still look like pajama men a little bit, but I mean, the cool armor and the little shield, like, that's a nice touch. They look cool. They're not good units, but they look decent. Eastern mercenaries, all wickered up here, ready to go. Scythian mercenaries, any horse archer, obviously we've learned is very dangerous. The Eastern general may not look that amazing. Don't underestimate Eastern generals. These dudes have the javelins and they are tough in melee. Like, I have had lots of bad experiences with Eastern generals, especially the ones that end up with like 100 strong in their bodyguard. They get to be incredibly dangerous. That's why I blocked that other one up with 2 units of peasants and then attacked them. Like, you definitely don't want to just go head to head with that. Alright, here comes the assault. And everybody's gonna have to run in, and I'll give you all the wood chipper view here. Those sarissas definitely have a little more reach on them, which I'm hoping will mean we can present more spears to the enemy. All right, here it comes.
Look to the inner defenses.
Here comes the wicker pajama men.
The enemy, and the gods have abandoned us.
Oh man, they don't have a prayer. There's that mass push though. They're all running inside and kind of hoping to get a push. That longer sarissa reach does appear to be. Oh, there we go. We popped the Eastern Spearman corn here. Yeah, see, they immediately pushed into those shorter spears with all that mass. But we still have some spears that are making contact in the back of this phalanx. We'll see whether it's effective. I'm going to start marching more units over. I don't know what's going on with this. Like, won't let me click and attack. Oh, because I'm, yeah, had the thing messed up. Okay, here comes the Eastern General, should be headed in. I'm gonna reform right here too. All right, reform. All right, Eastern General's gonna start chucking its javelins. Hurry, men, get reset. Get those pikes down. Yeah, nice pathfinding there, C8. All right, the Eastern General does run straight, or no, that was the Scythian mercenaries again. The Eastern General hasn't come, that was just the Scythians who were firing at me. All right, never mind, we're okay. We got time. All right, here comes the Eastern General. No, he's just gonna flee. No? No, all right. No, he's gonna let his troops go through round 2 to the wood chipper. We are giving these guys an education in sarissa-induced pain and suffering here. And it looks like they're coming back for their master's degree here shortly. Possibly a doctorate. We'll find out. School of Gifted Sarissa. Alright, here we go. Here comes that Eastern General, straight into the teeth of these phalanx units. That will not go well, and hopefully their commander will come up here and sacrifice his life. Yeah, see, they have a mace there too. Yeah, that probably is one of their... Yeah, here's their commander right there in the middle of that formation. Stab him. Stab him right in the junk. Below the belt. Below it. Come on, take him out. See, if this were my commander, he would have died instantly. AI must be loving this. We do seem to be able to continue to present spears here, even when they push in a little bit, because of how much longer the Sarissas are than the standard hoplite phalanx. I don't know how their commander's not dead yet. There we go. Let's continue. Come on, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him before he can leave. Kill him. Poke him. Oh, come on. Coward. He got out alive. All right. So be it. That's going to be the end of this battle. I'm just going to exit the battle because we have one. Hatra, once again, holds its own against the barbaric invasions of the Armenians. Unfortunately, their commander did live to tell the tale and then just regrouped with another force up there, so we'll have to replenish our forces. Greek cities. We haven't really heard much from the Greek cities, and I would prefer that it stay that way at the moment because we have enough enemies, but we are expanding. It's slow, but we're gaining ground. And hey, we're going to gain ground at this point. That's great. I mean, I want all that I can gain. Greeks, rebels. I'm not even messing with Navy right now, fortunately, because that can get ugly. We've got these guys sieged. 4 turns until they surrender. They're starting to take attrition. I don't really want to fight this in the streets. I'm going to maintain that siege for now. A large Egyptian army has showed up onto our doorstep here near Sidon and Damascus, which is concerning. It is a rather large force. But I had this army, which I think constituted at least 4 of these guys. Let's head back down here to Antioch. And at Antioch, we're training more phalangists. We can then move on the next turn to intercept this larger Egyptian army. We've also now got this force here, which we want to make powerful and stable. So I'm going to train some more levy pikes here. And then I'm going to actually maybe grab another... Let's grab 2 more levy pikes at least, and then let's grab a militia cav. This town doesn't have a lot of population, but it's okay. It'll give us plenty of time to grow that over the next bunch of turns. We do have some rebels nearby here. We can start training levy pikes out here as well. I'm going to do that. All right, income down a little bit at the moment. It's probably because of that port being blockaded, but again, we are still very okay. In terms of income, we don't have anything to worry about. As our towns grow and we finish buildings, we should just start to make even more income, assuming those buildings are income focused, which some of them will be. All right, so we are at Antioch. There's the Greek shipwright. I really need, again, more places to train archers. Archers are going to be critical here with the enemies that we're facing. And this is Damascus. Damascus, I don't really want to explode population growth with those buildings. So I think I might just focus on the walls and recruiting stuff first. And we could put a building at Tarsus. Again, I'm not worried about increasing growth. Income is always nice from these. We could build a mine and increase our income for now. Let's do that. And then Hatra can not build anything until we hit the next... Or yeah, we can build plenty, never mind. What am I thinking? Let's go ahead and throw in... I'm not as worried about... Actually, that'll give me a little bit more... It's additional taxable income per turn. Let's build the farms there. All right. That should pretty well settle it for this turn. I would be a little concerned if these Egyptian troops came after me there. We did retrain here. But we could always use more troops here because we are being actively attacked by Pontus every single turn. Marriage celebrations is good. We're the most advanced faction. That's also good. Jerusalem is becoming a stronghold. I like the way it's going. I mean, we have... Like, Damascus was a capture, I believe. Sidon was... No, Damascus we may have had. I think Sidon was a capture and Jerusalem was a capture. I really want to go out against Pontus here soon, and I think I can, because I can take an army from here and leave an army with a commander. Now, we have multiple commanders here. Yeah, this would be a good opportunity for us, actually, to kind of go out on an advance. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty good opportunity for us. Pretty good opportunity indeed. All right, go way over here to these dies. Walking all the way through the desert. All right, let's end one more turn, and then I'm going to probably end the episode here. Looks like Damascus is going to get sieged by that large army. I have reinforcements that can head down. The Egyptians going to siege Jerusalem too, but we have a large force at Jerusalem. They're going to be hard-pressed to break through those defenses.
We are under siege!
Assuming they don't try and siege me out, which is certainly a possibility that they could look at. It has decreased our income quite a lot because of the sieges that are going on here, so we need to go and relieve those. They did stop sieging my port, though. That helped a little. Hatra under siege again. Big surprise. Hatra can't go a single turn without being Armenian sieged. All right. So let's take a look at the pieces on the board here. Let's go into this army. I'm going to grab the commander, and I'm going to grab these levy pikes. There's a levy pike that needs to be replenished. I'm going to take this army right here. Actually, that army, and I'm going to head down here to reinforce Damascus. And then at Antioch, we're still training troops, and we can replenish these troops. We can train elephants there as well, but I just don't want to pay the upkeep on those quite yet. Hatra did not get to retrain its troops. That is most unfortunate indeed. But we can soon go to help them as well. Let's see what Palmyra looks like here. We could assault them. They're taking significant attrition at the moment. I think I'll hold them on that siege just for now. What does this Egyptian army look like here? Just maintain siege. I want to see what this Egyptian army outside of Jerusalem looks like. Because I do have archers in this. They have a lot of chariots and a lot of slingers. We'd be better off to hold our defense at Jerusalem and make them attack us. So we are going to withdraw from that fight. We do not wish to do that. Jerusalem can hold out for 6 turns, and we will keep an eye on it. Look, more archers being trained here as well. So we'll have archers to be able to split up into our different armies. In fact, I'm going to take these 2 archer units and stick them out in this army, because now that army will be better prepared for its enemies. And I'm going to go ahead and keep training archers here. All right, we need to lift some sieges, ideally, in order to get our money back on the table. Damascus is a painful siege, as is Jerusalem at the moment, in terms of money. But we will deal with those, I think, on the next episode. I am pretty well out of time for this one. We continue to move across the desert, trying to go find some merchant goods to trade. Our reinforcements will soon deliver Damascus from its siege. We have idle resources. Town grows. Where did the town grow? It's Sardis. Okay, so Sardis grew despite me pulling from its population. They have a building project on hand, but we're going to want to immediately pivot into that governor's mansion. Ports, into turns. All right, Well, I'll go ahead and end one more turn, just to see what happens, because we've made our moves for the most part. I really want to kill Parthia, but without archers, I just don't know how we do it. And I don't really have the money for a bunch of mercenaries at the moment either.
My lord? Yes, sir. Orders.
I feel like I need at least 6 pike units as a reserve force here. Let's go take a peek at Parthia. Parthia is relatively undefended, but they do have armies right across that, right across their territory here, and it likely includes horse archers. Could build a fort here. All right, I'm gonna fortify that position to see if we can get Parthia to like siege our fort here or something. That might make a waste of time for him. We can kill him in the fort. Okay. All right. No other attacks were made. Or no, because we haven't ended a turn yet. Okay, let's end our turn. Like I said, I keep saying I'm gonna end this one. The Egyptians could bring significant reinforcements to Jerusalem, but I don't think they're gonna get me. I mean, I just don't think that's gonna work. Actually, that guy's marching out to the desert. I don't know where they're... Yeah, okay, their army is going to head to reinforce against Jerusalem. I don't know if that'll make them bolder to try and attack me there, or if it will make them try and siege me out. So we need to free up Damascus and then head to the assistance of Jerusalem, because we have significant Egyptian forces in the vicinity. Were they going to attack our fort? No. They have a huge army, Parthia does. I feel like we are never going to be able to safely face Parthia until we get archers out at Seleucia.
Orders, sir.
Oh, we have very little money at this point. Like, we are making almost no income because we've continued laying on troops, but we haven't relieved any sieges. All right, so we're gonna have to start on the next episode here at relieving the siege. Like, our income just dropped even more. So we need to relieve this siege and get our income back up. Obviously, we can't keep recruiting stuff and maintain this type of a situation. They don't have any extra reinforcements here. We do. I want to go ahead and fight this real quick. It should be kind of fun because we have the archers. Yeah, we'll put our archers to good use here. I keep saying I'm going to end the episode, but look at me, I'm having fun. I don't want to give it up yet. I want to make some progress here. We need to take that other Egyptian city as well. Let's start our deployment.
We will feast and drink.
Our reinforcements should come in from behind us, but I would expect Egypt to kind of go for a hill, so I'm thinking they'll deploy back here. I'm going to kind of intermix my pike levy here. And let's bring our cavalry over here. Okay. I have a, you know, decent little hoplite line here. What is it like? Why are some of my guys... Why are they... What? It's pre-battle. I don't even understand what's happening there. Okay, then we got our archers. Let's stick our archers up here. That is so weird. Like, pre-battle, and then they have to reform, like, by actually walking? Like, I haven't seen it. Must be those rocks or something.
Gods be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight!
Oh man, Egypt has a huge army there.
The enemy.
I should not have deployed so far forward. Alright, well, I need my reinforcements. Alright, run to my relief, please. Egypt is coming for me here. I'm gonna fall back a little bit here. I need to shore up this flank in a hurry. The Egyptians have the height advantage, which I don't love. I'm regretting my deployment rather seriously at the moment. But my reinforcements will be here shortly. I'm gonna actually take this advantage to move up in this direction. Gonna turn uphill a little, because the Egyptians are reforming because of my maneuver towards their flank. So we may be able to rectify this poor positioning, and my archers can open fire now as well. I'd love to target their Egyptian chariots. They're just a hair out of range, I think. I'll take these guys off skirmish. I'm going to put them into a guard mode. Let's target that Egyptian chariot. Alright, get into position. Alright, we're going to push ever so slightly uphill here. I'm going to kind of reform. Alright, reforming. I do have their chariots under fire. That should slowly do some damage. Anything we can do to those chariots ahead of time is worthwhile. They're powerful and dangerous units. This height gradient here is going to be very, very good for the Egyptians, and I don't really want to be fighting from that type of disadvantage. I think what I'm going to do is push hard on this flank here, where we don't have as much of a height disadvantage. And then I can swing some cavalry wide. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I've been firing at their commander. I do see a chariot on the ground, so that means we are weakening their Egyptian chariot commander here. I'm worried, though, about their downhill attack with numbers here. It could be quite effective. Yeah, you don't want to underestimate the benefits of a height gradient in this game. Yeah, I think they're going to be winning over here, and I honestly don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about it at the moment. It hurt their chariot general quite a lot. Let's go into a phalanx here and try and double team them, and then let's push phalanx units forward here. Can't really rear charge here because the angle that we're at is somewhat awkward. I can maybe draw their attention though and work my way up behind. Yeah, this double team, that is a Nile spear, but I am double teaming them as well. I don't know if I have any favorable engagements going on right now. Let's push up behind these guys, because we are losing that slowly but surely. I'm gonna start putting some fire into the back of that phalanx. Oh, my commander's getting shot up by their bowmen. Okay, we did double team that Nubian spear successfully. That's good news. Come on, shoot him in the back. I want to see some missiles flying across the boundary here. I'm going to come charging back this way. I'm going to run over here. Try and get into formation. I need reinforcements this way. You all start running down the routing troops. It's dangerous to take my Greek cav in like this, but there we go. It was a risk with a payoff. I was able to knock their general off the battlefield, wiped those routing units. All right, there's a lot of routing units, and I want to hurt them rather badly. They still have this bowman unit here, and they still have a phalanx unit. I'm gonna try and clean these units up. Like I said, if we can push these guys out with extreme losses, that would be ideal here. Okay, come out of your phalanx formation and charge that one last. There's maybe 1 or 2, no, now 3 Egyptian units that have come back from routing over here. We have to avoid them. Excellent. We have killed nearly all of the Egyptians who entered this battle. There we go. Now we can just surround and massacre them. I had to be careful there because, whoa, how come the attack won't work? Come on, get in there. Massacre those fleeing troops. I'm gonna pull up through these units. Alright, yeah, you can see the line of Egyptians being cut down here, so they're going to take utterly egregious losses in this battle. And that's gonna free up Damascus from siege, which should leave us in a much better income position at the end of this episode. There we go. Awesome. Alright, that should pretty well do. There's not a whole lot of Egyptians left on this battlefield, so let's go ahead and exit the battle. Yeah, it is a huge victory. A little bit scary, if I'm not lying, because we ended up in some rather poor positions with our phalanx troops because of that hill, but despite my poor initial deployment, we ended up coming out on top there. Our spearmen overall performed well. And then I think I'm going to take this force immediately and go reinforce Jerusalem. I know I haven't replenished it at all, but it's a risk I'm willing to take because we got to go free up Jerusalem. I'm going to retrain these troops here, and then I'm going to try and complete the siege. That might be part of what's costing me income is the siege here. Let's assault here. The auto-resolve still doesn't like us. I don't have any archers or anything here. We'd have to just push our way into this settlement and win. I will take care of this on the next one. I guess I could do a quick save here. Let me do a quick save, and then let's just auto-resolve and see whether we get screwed or not. Yeah. Reload my quick save there. Okay. That's why you always check. There's no way that's a defeat. Anyway, I will fight this on the beginning of the next episode, and I will get with you all then, and we'll go ahead and take over Sidon, and or whatever this settlement is. I can't remember what the name of it is, but we'll go ahead and fight this one on the next one. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing out. I'll see you soon.